The inaugural PFL World Tournament is underway.
Oh, big knee!
Last week saw intense action unfold as fighters advanced in their bracket.
Oh, big left hook! Wow!
Setting up must-see semi-finals.
A lot of intensity.
There's going to be fireworks in that one. Wow.
Now the attention turns to the bantamweights and women's flyweights. A card headlined by a submission ace out of Brazil.
Leandro, Higo!
Plus, a legend looks to prove she's still the best on the planet.
We've got a new flyweight champion!
Oh! Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness! Oh boy!
One shot to advance.
It is all over! Unbelievable!
One shot at greatness
And there's the tap!
as the PFL World Tournament continues.
Welcome to the 2025 PFL World Tournament from the iconic Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. Smart cage looking good. The stage is set. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, Randy Couture, bantamweights, and women's flyweights. Time now for the tail of the tape in this women's flyweight matchup. First round of our PFL World Tournament. Ilara Dana versus Diana of Zaragoza. Dana is 31 years of age. Of Zaragoza is 26. Of Zaragoza, the taller fighter here, standing 5'5". Both women weighed in right at 125 pounds and an equal reach of 66 inches.
The challenge for Dana here is closing distance and not getting caught with that real sharp right hand of Av Zaragoza. You can see her just moving side to side now. She's going to tease and she's going to test and she's going to try and get Dana to rush forward and put her right on the end of that cross. She knows full well that Dana wants this fight on the floor.
Heavy leg kick there from Ilara Dana. Of Zaragoza measuring this distance. Bouncing around the center of the smart cage here, trying to stay out of that range so she can see when the takedown attempt comes.
Yeah, I like this movement from Dana. It's far less predictable than other fights that I've seen of her where she can be quite reckless rushing forward. Investing in some low kicks is going to take some movement away from her opponent, making it easier to close her down. That was a nice left hook, which has prompted a takedown.
Good right hand from Ilara Dana. Another left hook, sort of a chopping downward left hook from Diana of Zaragoza. An exchange of right hands there.
Nice level change by Dana, and then she comes up with that big right hook.
Both of these ladies got 7 fights on their record. The difference being Av Zaragoza's got a loss. And that could be a real useful lesson for her to make her a little bit more strategic and choose her opportunities. Whereas Dana, she has that undefeated fighter mentality where she doesn't feel like she can be beaten. And that can leave you exposed sometimes. The power kick. I like the way she's cutting the cage off as well. Like she's trying to force Av Zaragoza up against the fence.
Nice left hand followed up with a right. Oh boy! Counter right hand from Diana of Zaragoza. Temporarily dropped Ilara Dana.
Some redness on the cheek of Av Zaragoza from one of those right hands of Dana.
Like I said, it's been a while since Diana of Zaragoza has been in actual professional competition. Does not appear to be too rusty though. Redness showing, oh, good right hand again. Punishing that same left side of Diana of Zaragoza's face.
Good pressure from Ilara Dana,
Yeah,
staying
really
on her,
good.
pot shotting, both with low-level kicks and with her hands.
Former Jungle Fights champion Ilara Dana. We talk about her submission abilities. Actually, though, the last time out, the lone knockout victory of her career. So there might be a little recency bias for Ilara Dana in wanting to engage in these striking battles. And as I say it, she locks up the body lock and appears to be working to take down Diana of Zaragoza.
Oh,
Zaragoza's got a great wrestling pedigree, a wrestling background.
Right now, she's got the Brazilian on her back.
That was tricky movement though. She threw it forward. Av Zaragoza was able to maintain her balance, and straight away Ilara Dana circled around to her back, and now she's threatening the rear naked choke. And look at the redness on the calf as well.
Less than 2 minutes to work here.
Ilara
Dana's
Dana's got one hook in there. Oh, she's lost it now.
You can see Alves, she's going to try and use this cage here to scrape her off, but she needs to break that body lock grip. That's going to make it very difficult to get separation.
Right hand punishment here from Ilara.
Nice takedown. Drives over into half guard. See if she can secure this top position. She looks like she's solidified a grappling match here now.
1 minute left in the first round.
Nice work passing to maintain this half guard position. And she's going to try and break the grip. You can see Ilara sliding that left arm through. She's going to posture up in a moment, try and land some elbows.
Uses her left knee temporarily to pin the right arm of Diana Avsaragova now. And now wrapping her left arm around the back of the neck and trying to get a grip here on a choke.
Oh, that looks
Guillotine. She's supplying the hips. Got good pressures, Ilara. In that top position, cranking the neck. Avsaragova.
The left side of Diana Avsaragova's neck is out of the choke, but the tap with the right hand. Ilara with 12 seconds left in the first round to advance.
That was a strong cranking position, that was. Didn't even look to me like a choking position, like a guillotine. More like a crank across the neck.
They're doing that from the half guard.
Let's take a look at this. So we can see the takedown off the fence here. Beautiful work. Circling her opponent off the fence. We're going to see it momentarily, but Avsaragova does a good job of maintaining some kind of balance for a moment, but she gets bullied over and bossed into half guard. And here's the crank. Look at that. It's across the other side of the neck there. That's where the pressure's coming from. She's bending the neck over the arm. Really nice. And there's the tap. You can see that pressure going into the side of the neck. A very uncomfortable and unusual position.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by neck crank at 4 minutes and 48 seconds in the first round, Ilara!
Ilara remains undefeated. 8-0 as a professional now. 5 submission victories for the Brazilian. Action continues in the women's flyweight tournament. Kana Watanabe versus Jenna Bishop in a grappling special. Watanabe is 36, Jenna Bishop is 39. Kana 1 inch taller. It's Bishop who weighed in 1 pound heavier. 1 inch reach advantage favoring the woman from Japan, Kana Watanabe. Let's pick up the action in round 3. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, Randy Couture here in Orlando. PFL World Tournament action in the women's flyweight division. Jenna Bishop in the black, Kana Watanabe in the red. The AI score did give round number 2 to Jenna Bishop, 81-63.
See, it's interesting. I'm looking at the stats here, and Jenna Bishop, total fight, she's landed 96 strikes compared to 51 by Kana Watanabe. But what I would say is that there's been a couple of really consequential punches from Watanabe that score way higher than the volume for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. Bishop got wobbled a little in the second. She got put on her backside in the first, and those were significant strikes.
I mean, she's landed good shots, and she's hurt Watanabe a few times, but purely from optics right now, I feel like Watanabe is the one that's coming on strong, and Jenna Bishop's the one that's got to try and figure out a way to break the rhythm of Watanabe in this third round. Hell of a fight, though, guys. My goodness.
And at least so far, as we inquired about, wondered about, you know, 2 grapplers have just battled it out on the field.
I should have told everybody I was a grappler when I was fighting.
You gotta have the skills to at least pretend, though, Dan.
That's where I was lacking. See, both of these ladies have got the grappling skills.
And the striking skills, too. I mean, look at it. It's right hook for left hand. They're just trading away.
Oh, nice rip to the body. That right hand to the body by Bishop. Knee by Watanabe,
Yeah, she goes to the knee that she's eaten so many times. 2 minutes gone in round 3.
Both of these ladies really fighting like they've got a point to prove.
Body kick from Kana Watanabe to finish that combination.
Nice lead right hook again from Watanabe.
Gosh, I love a good lead hook.
Right, Jenna Bishop's got to be cautious of that. As she's throwing her left hand, she's leaving herself open for that right hook. Watanabe here with slightly better footwork. There's the right hook, but Jenna Bishop coming back with a counter of her own.
Kana Watanabe has a tendency to watch her work. She'll land a strike and not get her head off the center line after it happens. That's allowed Jenna Bishop to land some counters with her own left. Body shot again, this time with the left hand from Jenna Bishop.
Might be the most aggressive performance I've seen from Jenna Bishop. She's wearing some of it on her face, though, that's for sure. Some swelling underneath her eye, on the side of her nose. Oh, and again with the counter punches.
Right back.
You gotta love the gameness of Jenna Bishop. Every time she takes a punch, she comes back.
And here Watanabe in the clinch. This is where Jenna Bishop's had some of her best work tonight. 90 seconds left in round 3. Head inside on a single leg. And now goes outside. Watanabe.
Nice trip by Bishop.
Down.
Got her back.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful
Very,
back
very
kick.
slick.
She might take top position here as well if she feels like she's sliding off to the side.
Even on the ground, Jenna Bishop is like, you know what, I'm just going to pound away with this right hand.
Might fall into the arm triangle here. She turns her hips.
Looks like she's preparing for that, Randy. I agree with you.
Watanabe's got to be careful which way she turns here.
Which way should she turn, Randy, for the folks at home?
She's doing the right thing right now. She climbed back up on top. Now she's got that body triangle's tough. It's tight, makes it very difficult to breathe.
Big statement here for Jenna Bishop, finishing a very closely contested match as well. 30 seconds left.
Left arm went around the neck.
Attacking the neck.
In here.
Big squeeze, but Watanabe able to tuck the chin. Can Jenna Bishop muster a crank on that face?
What a battle.
Bishop
Changing sides now.
Short choke attempt. Again, more of a face crank.
Bulldog choke, trying to lock it in.
She is just going to squeeze here.
Squeezing that face and jaw. Very uncomfortable.
Watanabe flailing with that right arm, trying to hit Jenna Bishop. Elbows to the thigh. We go to the judges' scorecard. Incredible bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 incredibly hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. The judges score this fight 30-27, 30-27, 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision. Moving on to the semifinals of the PFL World Tournament, Jenna Bishop!
Jenna Bishop wins and advances. Let's get back to more of the PFL 2025 World Tournament from the iconic Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. Bantamweight feature here, and that is your tale of the tape. Mateus Matos versus Jake Hadley. Matos 32, Hadley is 28. Hadley, the taller fighter here, standing 5 feet 7 inches. Both men weighed in at the bantamweight limit of 136 pounds. Third and final round of this bantamweight contest. What a treat it's been so far in PFL World Tournament action. The first fight of the PFL Bantamweight World Tournament. Mateus Matos out of Brazil in the yellow trunks. Hadley from England in the black.
Worth noting on total strikes so far, Hadley's at 69 compared to Matos at 32. That's over 50% success rate for Hadley with his landed strikes, which is incredible.
Matos coming to the body now.
Oh, and again with the right hand on the top of the head of Hadley. He's got to be cautious. He's powering those hands of Matos. I like Hadley when he's in and out of range a bit more, when he doesn't stand there and wait for the counter shots. That's better movement from him.
Hadley hunting that body again. Good head movement again from Matos. I think the Duck, Ian Parker, our betting expert, had this fight going the distance. He's got 4 more minutes till we find out if he's right. How you feeling, Ian?
I was holding my breath until you brought me on screen. Look, the first round, I went with Matos. Second round, Hadley started picking up those body shots. But nasty. He might hit this double. If I'm Hadley, I'm going to the body and just slowing it down. For me, I don't love it. I want to hit the back, but Hadley's starting to pick it up. And he's looking good in round 2 and 3 so far. This does not make me happy either, but it's part of the game.
Hadley taking the back of Mateus Matos.
Oh, and he's got a body triangle sunk in here.
Nice transitions by Hadley. The double leg right to the back position. Picks him up, puts him down. Goes right to the hooks and the body triangle.
Mateus Matos has never been submitted in his career. 18 fights in, has never tapped.
Stevie Ray's sitting at home looking at this leg position going, let it turn into you. There's a Scottish twister here for sure. If I knew the technique, I might be able to explain it to you better, but...
Well, he's got to get that instep of his right leg behind his knee. And
He's got it! He's got it!
Oh, my goodness! He's going to... Splash twister! Dan Hardy caught the shot that Jake Hadley delivered!
What? Scottish twister. So let's take a look at this. Here's the takedown. You see him wrap the leg. There's a little bit of a Granby roll here, if I remember correctly, from Matos as he lands.
Matos starts the Granby right there, yep.
Look how Hadley circles around and follows him, drops the hooks in, and as he falls back here, he's going to lock that body triangle in. Here we go. He's going to drag his opponent back, drag him over his legs. As they fall back, he's going to take him with his arms. There's the body triangle locked in just there. Now the key is this foot. This foot's going to find itself on the inside of the thigh. There it is. Now as Matos turns into him, this is where the twister comes into play, because the lower body is locked into place. As the upper body of Matos turns in, there's nowhere his legs can go. As he turns, you can see Hadley waiting for it. As he turns in, you can see the twist go through the spine. There it is. Matos is trying to twist. He thinks an arm triangle's coming here. He thinks the danger is the arm triangle. So he thinks turning into the guard is going to be the safest thing to do. Stay facing my opponent. And here we go. Leg in the hook. That leg is key there because it puts that twist right through the spine. You can see it. Hadley's going to drive over with that arm. My goodness, what a submission. I need to talk to Hadley. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by Scottish Twister. 2 minutes and 16 seconds into the third round, Jake Hadley!
Jake Hadley advances in the bantamweight bracket. He will fight the winner of our main event tonight, Leandro Higo and Marcirley Alves. More first-round action in the women's flyweight division. Juliana Velasquez and Katarina Shakalova. Velasquez, the former Bellator champion, 38 years of age. Shakalova, 27. You can see the Brazilian here much taller, standing 5 feet 8 inches, and that translates to a reach advantage of 5 inches for Velasquez. Touch of the gloves were underway. Velasquez is in the red, Shakalova in the black, and immediately blitzes forward. Velasquez measures the distance zone, backs up.
An interesting challenge for Shakalova here because, of course, she's up against the Bellator champion. Velasquez is a great striker with great submissions. But if you look at those Liz Carmouche fights, the defining factor was the wrestling. And if I'm Shakalova, I'm going to try and utilize that best I can. Here she goes here on a single leg. Beautiful work. Velasquez trying to post and build up, but she's giving her back.
Nice low single, and it looks like
she's got it.
Shakalova's got her arm around the neck.
She's got it
tight.
Very tight, no hooks. She's got no anchor, but she's got the choke in tight.
She's got it, no hooks. This is very tight.
Stepping over to try and
the bulldog.
Shakalova.
Oh, setting in a hook here.
He catches
got under the chin.
Her forearm is across the throat of Juliana Velasquez, but Velasquez able to worm one side of her neck free.
Velasquez has one hand. She's got some one-handed control. It'll be tough for Shakalova to secure the choke with one arm.
Another big squeeze here from Katarina Shakalova.
What a tremendous start, though, here for her. Even if this doesn't get a submission, it's going to make it really difficult for Velasquez to get her breath here. Heart's pounding. She's trying to strip this grip.
Shakalova riding pretty high here. She now has one hook at least anchoring her.
Got another hook now. Now she's still a little high. She's got to try and get back chest to back.
Man, this is problematic. Velasquez is doing a really good job of holding the wrist, but Ekaterina's got her hand on her bicep now. She's able to close a part of the figure four. Velasquez is going to fight out of this, but she's ready to face it.
Ekaterina Shakalova with the upset of a former Bellator champion.
Wow. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this this quick takedown here. Straight in on a single leg. She wraps that single leg and she drags it underneath herself to try and get Velasquez hips to the floor. Velasquez doing a great job of defending, but as she lands, she turns, and this is where Ekaterina jumps on her back. The arms go around the neck straight away, but you can see there's no hooks in here. Legs are flailing. While Ekaterina Shakalova is trying to fight that arm under the neck. Now look at the grip. Look at the red hand on the gloves. 2 hands on one. She's controlling the wrist. You can see Ekaterina's face. She's praying and squeezing at the same time. Arm is under the chin. So difficult to get out of this position, and now we can see the hooks are in. She's able to utilize her lower body as well as her upper body, and Velasquez had no option but to tap.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by rear naked choke. 2 minutes and 5 seconds into the first round, Ekaterina Shakalova.
Good display of sportsmanship there between the two combatants. And here's how the women's flyweight bracket looks. With one more fight to go in our co-main event, Ekaterina Shakalova pulls off the upset. She will face Jenna Bishop in a semifinal contest in mid-June in Wichita. Let's get back to more of the PFL 2025 World Tournament from the iconic Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. Bantamweight feature here, Kasum Kasumov versus Justin Wetzel. The product of the Nurmagomedov school. Kasumov is 30 years of age. Wetzel is 3 years older. Wetzel also the taller fighter here, and that translates to a reach advantage. Wetzel did miss weight. Let's pick up the action in round 3.
Kasumov looking very loose in this round. Umar Nurmagomedov was really animated in the corner, as he is right now. He definitely knows that this is a more closely contested fight than I'm sure they were expecting. Kasumov outlanding Wetzel, 51 strikes to 36 in the total fight. But there's a lot of wrestling offense by Wetzel.
AI score gave round 2 to Wetzel. Verdict gave rounds 2 to Wetzel, so maybe a round apiece. And you can see how much closer the odds are now. I mean, Ian Parker, when we checked in with him before the fight, talked about you can't really touch this one unless you're putting it into a parlay. But now Kasumov a very slight favorite.
I think Kasumov might look to break and strike here. He's given underhooks, but he might come over the top with an elbow. Still manipulating the hands and the wrists of Wetzel as well. There could be a foot sweep on the cards. He's still looking down at the ankles.
Good midsection and a nice elbow from Wetzel.
I'm so glad we've got elbows.
I wonder who is campaigning so hard for those.
And there we are again with the elbow to the side of the head. Kasumov staying so close, though, that he's able to stifle some of these shots.
Good work rate, though, from Wetzel, who's given the judges something to consider every time there's any space at all. 3 minutes left in this bantamweight contest. Everything to play for in the World Tournament.
Again, wrist control here by Kasumov. utilizing the wrist control to open up opportunities to land knees. Just misses that elbow to the side of the head from Wetzel.
Nice job of the inside elbows from Wetzel.
Oh,
That was a beauty.
That's a meaningful one right there.
Finish that takedown! Hands locked! Finish that takedown! Build up! Head up! Pull his wrist down! Head up!
Dagestani leg irons again by Wetzel. And I think this was the difference in the second round was the takedown.
Kasimov giving up his back to try to stand. Got to be careful in doing so. Wetzel hanging heavy.
Got to look the hustle of these guys. They've not stopped the whole fight. It's been constant.
Characteristic of this bantamweight division, deep gas tanks for the smaller fighters here.
Lovely elbows as well, constantly scoring. He could have an inverted triangle here. He's locked his legs into a triangle. He's got the head and arm in a triangle. It's going to be difficult to
Inverted
finish.
triangle. With Kasimov trying to come out the back door.
Just in the pretzel Wetzel. I think we've found him a nickname here.
Coming up on a minute left in this fight. Wetzel in sort of a north-south position.
Yeah, it's awkward. He doesn't really have the ability to do any kind of banana split position here because he's locked around the body. If he can post on the hips and drive himself back, though, he might be able to take top position. Or he could just elbow him in the gluteus maximus. Why not?
And look, Kasimov coming out the back now. Look for him to get his ankles clear and swisher and turn.
Oh, man, this is awkward.
Wetzel rolling.
Hammer fist to the body.
Wetzel just staying offensive, now trying to figure for his legs. Kasimov has nowhere to go with that shin across his throat.
It's almost like a reverse Scottish twister.
He's got to just eat these hammer fists to the ribs. Justin Wetzel is pounding away.
We'll call this position the killer pretzel.
And the USA chants coming from the crowd in Orlando. Kasimov versus Wetzel. We'll go to the judges' scorecards, and Wetzel thinks he's done enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we turn our attention to the judges' scorecards. They've scored the fight 29-28, 30-27, 30-27. And your winner by unanimous decision, Justin Wetzel!
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
More bantamweight action up next. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for this first round contest. Francesco Nuzzi versus Mando Gutierrez. Both fighters 28 years of age. Both fighters standing 5 feet 6 inches tall. Only a pound of weight separates them. Slight reach advantage favoring the Italian, Francesco Nuzzi.
Are you ready? Fight!
Southpaw stance for Nuzzi and for Gutierrez. Sort of an odd fact for Mando Gutierrez coming into this fight as we get an early pause for an accidental eye poke. Mando Gutierrez told us that he has fought 6 southpaws in a row.
Talked about this and came out right away. You understand?
That's amazing.
Okay.
That just doesn't
You
happen very
understand?
often.
No,
Yes?
it sure doesn't.
Okay. Ready? Time in.
Quick restart. Front kick attempted there for Nuzzi. You can see the quick twitch on both of these guys. Heavy leg kick. Right hand sneaks through for Gutierrez. Fans here in Orlando chanting in favor of Mando Gutierrez. He's got the Mexican flag on his shorts. Ate a punch there. But he lives in the United States. Calls East Lansing, Michigan home. He also travels around to train. Both of these guys actually share that. Nuzzi says he trains in the United States and in Brazil as often as he can, despite the fact that he doesn't speak English or Portuguese.
Listen. You're putting it out like this. You cannot extend it. This is your last
Second
chance
warning
on it.
here for Nutsi on the eye post. You have to be careful or you'll lose a point. Gutierrez ready for a quick restart again.
Good movement here by Gutierrez. Makes it difficult to set him up for anything. But Nutsi's a sharpshooter when it comes to his striking skills.
1-1 chopper over the top.
There it is. Beautiful. Oh, big brawl here. And Gutierrez said he wanted a dirty fight. He told us that Nutsi likes a clean fight. I want it to be a dirty one.
Some good swelling on the cheekbone already of Gutierrez.
Oh.
Suck it up. Suck it up. Suck it up.
Nice sprawl by Nutsi.
Clear yourself. Clear yourself. Take your time.
Nutsi's landed that left hand a couple times on Gutierrez.
Gutierrez tries the high kick here. Nutsi on a 9-fight win streak.
Off to the side.
Stepping up in competition here. A little blood on the side of Mondo Gutierrez's nose.
Yeah, it looks like it's coming from the nose. One of those straight punches caught him.
Good inside leg kick there from Mondo.
Take your time. Take your shots. Take your shots. You don't want to rush in.
Oh, what a straight left. Beautiful timing. Gutierrez, fortunately, is so aggressive. He was able to get past the power of the shot.
Nutsi tried one to the body. He's got to be careful. Every time he lands something, it triggers a blitz from Mondo Gutierrez.
Great movement by Nutsi, though. Lovely work circling with his footwork off the fence as he under pressure. That was a hard calf kick, though, by Mando.
Nutsi was able to avoid all of those punches, but he lost his footing, and now he's got Mondo Gutierrez on his back and around his neck. Nutsi trying to peel the hand off the top of the head. Gutierrez looking to reposition for a squeeze.
Oh, this looks tight. This looks tight.
He's got one hand. Nutsi's got one hand tied up.
He needs to tripod up and try and throw his opponent forward, because you can see Mando is very high on the back. He's very far forward.
Another big
shoulders
here.
Body triangles locked in. Still fighting for the hands. Nutsi's controlling a wrist.
Oh, and now
it's in tight.
Hands together. Good defense here so far for Nutsi. He's got 90 seconds left in this first round. It's a long time to have someone on your back.
That's a tight body triangle. It's going to be very compressive across the stomach, making it difficult and uncomfortable to breathe. All at the same time, he's trying to fight these hands off his neck.
Gutierrez continuing to switch his grips. Now pounding away with the right hand on the back of Francesco Nutsi. Left arm stake holder again.
Looks tight.
This one is tight.
Very tight.
Nutsi's got tap. Mondo Gutierrez advances in the Bantamweight World Tournament.
That was very impressive.
Sometimes all it takes is one little slip.
Right.
He slipped and gave up his back.
Aggressive from start to finish. You can see Nutsi backing up, trying to pick his shots, trying to sharpshoot, but just the marauding nature of Mondo Gutierrez crushing forward like this. Beautiful work. Here we go. Here we see the takedown. Gutierrez driving forward, knocks his opponent off balance, swarms, takes his back, clamps onto the neck. And Nutsi fought and fought hard to try and get his way out of this submission. But Gutierrez, like a dog on a bone, as soon as he had that body triangle locked in, it was all about focusing on the neck, and you can see how tight that is.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, 4 minutes and 13 seconds into round one by rear naked choke, El Toro Mondo Gutierrez.
Mondo Gutierrez moves on to face Justin Wetzel. Let's get back to more of the PFL 2025 World Tournament from the iconic Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. Women's flyweight co-main event, and here is your tale of the tape. Liz Carmouche, 41 years of age. Ilara Joanne is 30. Carmouche, the taller fighter, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall. She has a slight reach advantage as well.
Ready?
That's Liz Carmouche in the
Begin.
red. Ilara Joanne is in the black. Dan Hardy referenced the bucket list that Liz Carmouche was telling us about in the fighter meeting. She said she wants to get finishes before her career is over with certain things, including a submission Randy Couture that she said she made up. Punching her way into what we thought would be a takedown. Good scramble here by Joanne.
Strong double underhooks for Joanne. He's just going to buy her a moment to try and clear her head. But Liz Carmouche is cracking her with knuckles on the forehead.
Carmouche a heavy favorite in this fight. Joanne, though, showing her strength, pressing Carmouche to the smart cage barrier.
Man, a very fast start this is. Both these ladies very physical in this opening moment.
Look at this. Joanne to the cage, now these knees. Joanne very hurt.
Oh, that one to the body hurt. That one to the body hurt.
Carmouche smelling blood here. Referee telling her to advance, and she does. Joanne hanging tough.
On a Kimura trap here, Joanne. Liz Carmouche got to shake that arm free.
Instead, she tucks that hand into her thigh, and now pounding away with these donkey
That's full gorilla mode right there.
He waves it off. Body punishment. And Carmouche told us one of those bucket list finishes that she wanted was a body shot.
You saw one of those body shots just take the life out of her opponent. And she followed it up with the hammer fist from the side control position. Joanne had no answer for that, nowhere to go.
This is the first exchange where they clashed. Of course, Liz Carmouche charges her to the fence, knocks her down. She gives her a double underhook position there, but now you can see her digging into this shot here. You can see her working specifically for the liver. Big digs to the body here, and every time there's an opportunity to break and strike and land a knee or a hook, it was relentless. Joanne doing everything that she could to try and cover that target, but once she was on the floor, you could see the elbows coming down, and you could see the pain on Ilara Joanne's face. A great call by the referee to get in there and save her.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, 1 minute and 25 seconds into round one by TKO Gorilla Liz Carmouche.
It'll be Liz Carmouche versus Ilara Dana, who also comes off a first-round finish tonight.
Is it extra sweet to get the liver shot finish?
Yeah, absolutely. I saw it, and of course, my coach was like, there are other opportunities. I'm like, yeah, but there's that bucket list finish we were just talking about. Like, I got to go for it.
Congratulations. I'm going to bring in the president, Ray Sefo. Let's get this face-off between the veteran and the prospect. What an incredible fight this is going to be.
Undefeated on your left, a women's mixed martial arts pioneer. On your right, it'll be Brazil versus USA. And that women's flyweight semifinal, Ilara Dana and Liz Carmouche. Here is your bantamweight main event, tail of the tape. Brazil versus Brazil. Leandro Higo versus Marcirley Alves. Higo, 36 years of age, making him 11 years older than his opponent. Higo, also the taller fighter here, standing 5 feet 8 inches. Both men weighed in at the bantamweight limit of 136 pounds. And that 4-inch height advantage translates to 4 inches on the reach, favoring Higo. Let's pick up the action in round 3. 5 more minutes. Leandro Higo punishing the lead leg of Marcirley Alves to open the frame. Something is wrong with the right leg of Marcirley Alves.
Not sure if it was one of those kicks from Higo or something in the scramble there, but he is not moving well.
Inside kick again.
Just stay right there.
Checks the cup. You can see the AI score very close in round 2, but gave the edge to Alves.
It hit you. Yeah. It's accidental. Stay over here. Over here.
Yeah, not intentional that was.
It's not intentional. It's accidental. It's just now we're going to watch where we kick. Yes? Okay. You good? All right. Ready? Time in.
You can see the slight limp from Marcirley Alves as he moves forward. But he's already banked a couple of good rounds in the biggest opportunity of his mixed martial arts career.
really struggling to bring that leg with him. That's a sharp right hand from Higo.
Good combination there from Alves.
Good head movement there by Alves, but he's not been able to move his feet with his punches again.
He switched his stance, I think, so he can drive through more on that left leg.
Still got a sprawl.
Incredible, really.
Sharp right hand, and then a good left jab from Alves.
I wonder if the corner of Higo have noticed the altered movement from Alves. It's a nice jab by Higo.
Higo may be sensing that his opponent's slowing down, attacks that lead leg again, this time an inside kick. Good jab from Alves.
Nice uppercut by Higo.
Another switch of the stance and a good head movement again from Alves. 2 minutes gone in this third round. Main event here, bantamweight bracket will be filled out for the semifinals after this one. Winner advances to Wichita to take on Jake Hadley.
Oh, that was a beautiful body shot. My goodness.
Good sprawl again. Alves ridiculous on these sprawls. And nice hustle after the second effort from Higo.
Yeah, there's some flexion in that knee for sure, but it's not natural. Beautiful sprawl, incredible.
Over and over, and then the right hand shove to the face. Get off me, says Alves.
It's like a wrestling drill.
Randy, you gotta love this shot, reshot, but every time Alves is able to turn it away.
Yeah, there's just no setup for the shot. He's dropping to his knees and reaching for it. And Alves is way ahead of him on the sprawl.
Half a round to go, and you've got to also remember the moral victory for defending these takedowns and the discouragement that's being instilled.
Absolutely, the psychological part of that too.
Oh boy. Tit for tat, they go on the strikes, and look how close the stats are. Higo has landed 42 of 99. Alves has landed 40 of 91.
Oh, that was a good low kick.
Nice calf kick from Alves, who sprawls again. I don't know what the percentage is on Leandro Higo's takedown attempt. Oh, interrupted the forward motion with a check hook. Probably the worst takedown defense, or excuse me, the worst takedown percentage of Leandro Higo's career on all these sprawls from Alves. Under 90 seconds now.
Fascinating fight this is. Then we're seeing the emergence of a real strong bantamweight here in Marcirley Alves as well. When compared with a great like Leandro Higo, I'd love to be in the mind of Jake Hadley right now, who's sitting cage side watching this, and I know that he expected Higo to win this.
Final minute of this main event fight. Alves shakes out the arms. Oh! Showed a kick through the knee instead. He was blocked by Alves. Head movement there from Higo. Didn't take any of that flurry solid. Big leg kick on the damaged right leg. Spinning back was missing. And look at the takedown from Alves.
This has been a great fight. Respect to both these guys. Coming up to the last 15 seconds.
And look at Alves just gritting it out on what is clearly an injured right leg.
Yeah.
He catches that kick and punches through. Higo has to run away.
They're
final few seconds here.
The corner.
Final bell of the final fight of our first round bantamweight and women's flyweight night in Orlando, Florida.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we turn to the judges' scorecards. Lorenzo Toledo scores the bout 29-28 in favor of Higo. Harry Porter III scores the fight 29-28 in favor of Alves. Solimar Miranda scores the fight 29-28 for your winner. Moving on to the semifinals of the PFL World Tournament, Marcirley
Marcirley Alves with a big upset over Leandro Higo. 13th win of his pro career and the biggest one so far. That rounds out the semifinal matchups. It'll be Alves versus Hadley, Wetzel versus Gutierrez. We'll see those fights in Wichita, Kansas in June.
All right, let's bring in President of Fighter Operations, Ray Sefo, and Jake Hadley. This is the other semi-final bracket in the bantamweight division for the World Tournament. Marcirley Alves, Jake Hadley. That is gonna be a banger, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to miss that fight.
Thanks for watching the first round of the 2025 PFL World Tournament. We will see you Friday the 18th as the lightweights and middleweights take their one shot at greatness. Go to PFLMMA.com for all the latest information on the Professional Fighters League all around the globe. For Randy Couture, Dan Hardy, Kennedy Smith, Jonathan Coachman, and Ian Parker, I am Sean O'Connell. Stay well, everybody.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now to the PFL MMA YouTube channel.